I can't help but feel a pang of jealousy whenever I see someone trying to capture your attention. It's something that seems to rise uninvited in my heart, an instinctual reaction to the idea of someone else coming close to you. I don't like it when others get too friendly with you, as if trying to step into the space we share. In those moments, I feel an urge to tell them that you're mine, and there's a part of me that wishes everyone understood that you already belong to someone who cherishes you deeply. But at the same time, I also recognize that such feelings stem from how much I value you and our relationship. It's a comforting feeling whenever you choose to keep a healthy distance from others, making it clear through your actions that you're taken. When you show people that you're committed, it makes me feel secure and deeply appreciated. I know it's impossible to avoid meeting and interacting with other people, especially for work or social events, and I understand that these connections are often necessary. So, please know that I'm not possessive in an unreasonable way. I don't want to limit your experiences or relationships, and I fully support you being yourself and building meaningful connections. But yes, sometimes, a few people don't seem to understand where the boundaries are. They don't see or respect the lines that separate a friendly connection from an unwelcome advance. It's only in those cases that I feel uncomfortable. When it comes to you going out with friends from college or people who have been part of your life for a long time, I'm absolutely okay with it. I know they respect our relationship and honor the fact that you're committed. They're not a source of worry for me because they know who you are and what we share. It's only when unfamiliar people come close, and I sense that they're not aware of, or perhaps don't care about, our bond, that I feel a bit protective. My feelings don't come from a lack of trust in you, but rather from the importance I place on our relationship. You're so precious to me, and sharing you, even in a platonic way, sometimes feels difficult. However, if there ever comes a time when you feel that this relationship is no longer fulfilling for you, please be honest and tell me. I believe that genuine love requires trust, and I promise that I would rather hear the truth from you than discover it by accident. If you ever feel the need to step back or explore other options, I would prefer to know up front, as difficult as it might be. Going behind my back or letting others influence you in secrecy would hurt deeply and shake my ability to trust again. It would leave a scar that might take me a long time to heal, and it would be a wound not only to my heart but also to my ability to trust anyone in the future. Despite all this, I'm not a demanding person. I don't have a long list of expectations or needs that I want you to fulfill. I'm a simple person, and in a relationship, all I truly want is loyalty. For me, loyalty is the foundation of love, and it's the commitment that binds two people together. Trust is equally important, and that's why I rarely question your actions or friendships. I know who you are, and I believe in your judgment. I have faith that you wouldn't allow anyone's advances to interfere with what we share. My feelings aren't born from insecurity because I know my own worth. I know I'm a good person and that I deserve to be respected, loved, and understood. I deserve a partner who is mature, someone who values me as much as I value them. When I choose to be in a relationship, it's never just for fun or as a way to pass the time. I enter relationships with a sense of seriousness and commitment, thinking of the long term, with the intention of building a life together. I can't help but imagine the future, seeing myself with you and dreaming of a life we could share. It's part of who I am to view love as a foundation for something lasting, a potential partnership for life. Now that I'm with you, those dreams have only grown stronger, and I can see myself building a future by your side. I envision a life filled with shared goals, mutual respect, and endless support for each other. So, when I feel a hint of jealousy, it's only because I value you immensely and want to protect what we've built together. My commitment to you is real, and I look forward to sharing a future that's grounded in trust, loyalty, and a deep sense of belonging." They were completely taken aback to realize that their usual tactics, playing mind games and manipulating emotions, failed to affect you as they had countless others. You approached them with kindness so genuine that it unsettled them. In the beginning, they misjudged you, assuming you were like the many others they'd encountered, drawn to the thrill of shallow interactions and temporary affections. This misconception made them hesitate, keeping their own emotions at arm's length despite feeling an undeniable attraction to you. They had unknowingly placed you in a category that you never truly belonged to, a mistake that would soon become painfully apparent. Their defenses, carefully crafted over time, started to crumble as they observed the steady self-esteem and profound self-worth that you projected effortlessly. You were fearless and uncompromisingly authentic, a combination they had never encountered so vividly before. You carried yourself with a unique blend of strength and gentleness, completely absent of insecurity, and this combination left them both confused and intrigued. They realized that you didn't seek approval or validation from others, and you certainly didn't tolerate emotional games. Your confidence was not boastful or overbearing, it was calm, rooted in a deep understanding of yourself. This unwavering self-assuredness was something they had never truly understood until they saw it embodied in you. It made them question their own motives and approach to love, causing them to look inward at the patterns they had so comfortably relied on in the past. What they initially saw as a challenge quickly became an inspiration. You weren't swayed by flattery or drawn to superficial gestures. Instead, you valued honesty and loyalty, qualities they had almost forgotten the importance of. Your honesty was straightforward but gentle, and your loyalty was consistent, an anchoring force that seemed rare in a world of fleeting connections. This steadfast presence shattered their misconceptions about love and relationships. With every interaction, you unknowingly invited them to examine their own values, which had previously revolved around self-protection and control. As they began to let their guard down, they realized that the walls they'd built to avoid vulnerability had only left them feeling isolated. You showed them that love did not have to be a game of strategy but could be a place of safety, growth, and acceptance. As days turned into weeks, this growing awareness led to significant personal growth within them. They found themselves wanting to become a better version of themselves, to rise to the level of authenticity that you naturally inhabited. This wasn't a decision made lightly, but a slow, transformative process that emerged from experiencing what true connection could be like. It was as if a dormant part of them had been awakened. For the first time in years, they wanted to be truly seen and understood without any facade or pretension. You had sparked in them a longing to be open and genuine, and this realization marked a turning point they had not anticipated. Driven by this profound shift, they knew they could no longer hide behind old habits or cling to outdated notions about love. With their heart now wide open, they felt an overwhelming surge of love and passion for you, emotions they had previously kept suppressed. They had resisted these feelings, fearing the vulnerability they entailed, but now they found that they could no longer hold back. This depth of feeling, coupled with the understanding of the impact you'd had on their life, filled them with a resolve they'd never felt before. You had become a mirror, reflecting parts of them they had long avoided, and they realized that losing you would mean losing the opportunity for the kind of authentic connection they had unknowingly yearned for. Determined to express their feelings, they decided to take a leap they once would have considered impossible. Gone were the games, the guardedness, and the attempts to maintain control. Now, they wanted only to be honest with you, to approach you with a new sincerity that came from this inner transformation. They were willing to go to great lengths to reconnect with you, driven by the knowledge that true love demands courage, honesty, and vulnerability. This awakening had opened their heart, and the tidal wave of emotion that had been building up finally surged to the surface. The realization of how much you meant to them and the extraordinary impact you'd had on their life had ignited in them a desire to make things right. No longer bound by fear, they were ready to be vulnerable and open, to show you not only how much they cared but also how deeply they respected you. This depth of love, a feeling they had tried to deny, now guided them to seek an authentic connection with you, one built on truth and unwavering commitment. They were prepared to go the extra mile, to overcome any obstacle, and to take every necessary step to ensure that you felt cherished and understood.